4 defeats in their last 5 games means Sheffield haven't taken full advantage of Belfast's recent slips. They have 6 of their remaining 9 games at home, and they'll certainly want to put on a better show than they did last time out here at the Utilita Arena. Kevin Tansey and Rhys Kelly return to the lineup as Finlay Ulrich and Mark Simpson miss out. As things stand, Sheffield v Glasgow would be a playoff quarter-final matchup, and Corey Nielsen's side are coming into form. They'd taken at least a point from their previous 10 games before a narrow loss in Manchester yesterday, and they won on their last visit here in December. Forbes moving through, and that's going to be a penalty. Forbes ends up in the back of the net. He was in on goal there before the Steelers got a stick involved illegally. The Steelers are going to go short-handed here. Here's Dupree. Power play continues for Clan. Jameson. From the top of the circle, he opens the scoring. Clan take advantage of the power play and lead in Sheffield.
Yeah, they take advantage. I think Kevin Tansey blows a tire there as well, which leaves some room in behind. Jameson recognizing he's got a bit of room to go to the net. You can see it there. Brian Diffley trying to get in the way. It goes short side through the legs of Schwartz as well. Everything and anything went right on that play.
Dowd landing the hit on Schwartz as the Steelers try that little drop pass play that they do so often on the power play. Schwartz has been lurking up ice, and Dowd has got to try and get across, and he just got a little glancing hit on him. It proved to be enough. And now Dowd, unseen, comes into the zone and sees his shot blocked painfully by Felix Pare. And now Clan are in trouble. And the Steelers score!
Marco Valorant on that side.
And Pare is still down. The Steelers fans are up.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Pare does a great job, and there's nothing you can do after the fact. There's no whistle to be blown. Marco Valorant here. I think that one gets a bit unsighted with McKay and Usula in front of the net, and can't see who else went trying down to block it there as well. But Marco Valorant pretty deadly from that side.
Slap from the outside, and the toe from Greenfield was important, and the Steelers get a break here. Usula was lurking down the ice. Usula denied, but a penalty is incoming.
Penalty shot, penalty, yep.
Yes, penalty shot for Usula.
Almost had no choice but to call this. Usula is free and clear. You can see him ready to go, and watch the two-hand come down here right now, right there, just across the hands, and then a little follow through. Doesn't matter, he gets the opportunity to get through.
Usula scored a penalty shot in the shootout yesterday for the Steelers. It wasn't enough to help them win that game, but a penalty shot goal here would put the Steelers into the lead. And Usula does just that.
Just enough power up and over the glove. You can see the smile on the... He's still blowing from the penalty, from the breakaway, but down the right-hand side. Not much of a move, just takes it to the middle of the ice. A little fake, a little delay. Seeing what's happening, seeing where he needs to put it. You can see that Clan netminder does get enough of it, but just can't quite roll the wrists over at that speed.
The recovery from Lakovic to beat Dowd to it.
Bit scrappy here through the neutral zone and top half of the zones. Both teams just trying to figure out what's going on as it's just pinballing back and forward.
Here's Valorant with a chance to snap one in. And that's exactly what he does for his second of the game.
And finally the pinball went off a paddle and into the net. Somebody finally got a hold of it. Guimond picks one up through the middle of the neutral zone, and then Valorant free and clear. Good hard wrist shot. Maybe fools Clan netminder a little bit. Stick in the way there by Clan defense as well. Martin, we'll see if it changes direction a little bit here, but you get the stick in the way right here on the blade, right there. Big long paddle out, and you just never know if it's going to go up or down.
Chris Martinet serves a 2-minute minor penalty for slashing, and the Steelers go on to the power play, but now they've got to deal with a 2-on-1 led by Pare. Oh,
Good
and the
play.
lay-down block was
Saucerman.
important from Saucerman. There's still an opportunity for Dupree, who threw it towards goal. Not sure if Lakovic touched it or not, but it's a shorty for Glasgow.
All starts way back in the Glasgow zone. They get out on the 2-on-1. Saucerman does a good job, and this one's just thrown back at the net. Not sure just the way Greenfield reacts to this. Maybe Lakovic does get a little piece of it. It's hard from that angle, a little bit close. I think they're sort of celebrating with the defenseman, but we'll have a little look here.
Physical play from Tanzi. Clan get it back. No way forward for Finlay initially. Here's his second attempt. Go as far as Nielsen. Stumble from Tanzi costs him possession. Support available around him. That's a nice move. And here goes Tremblay. Plays the pass across. And it's not quite there for Champignon. It is!
Second effort. Look at the smile.
It's been a long time coming for Daniel Ciampini. 32 without a goal, and a terrific second effort after his first one was saved. We called him as our one to watch before the game, and he's not let us down.
Yeah, you can see what it means to just about everybody on the team as well. The boys are right around him. They know that he's been snake bitten and he has some opportunities, but he does so much other things for the team that, you know, a lot of people don't give him an awful lot of credit for. They think it's all about scoring goals. And
Hazeldine again trying to throw it net front, but got his angles wrong. Yuli steps forward. Ciampini. Oh, turnover, and it's played back, and it's put in. Yuli with the touch. 4:31 to go. Clan are back within a goal.
yeah, that's the most passing Clan have done in the last 5 minutes. They've done it in 6 feet. Here you can see the scramble coming through, and they do everything they can. Ole just puts it in the corner. Don't be scared to put it into the open net as he sort of rolls it through. How much Greenfield can do is that everyone's arriving late.
Said I was excited to see this line for the Steelers tonight. I think that excitement has been justified.
They've done pretty well.
And they nearly score through Tremblay.
Oof. Tremblay follows through. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to be called by the back referee.
There's Nielsen on the receiving end. And Tremblay is going to go to the penalty box with 2:34 to go.
I'm going to call a charge. Feet planted, feet planted, feet planted. Never charging in a million years.
You've got to stride into for a charge, haven't you?
Yeah, maybe his arms up and rides him in. But a charge is definitely not there. There's no leaving the feet. The feet are planted. Have a little look here. Right now, his feet are firm. I think it's more the way that goes into the boards. But it's definitely not charging.
That's what Aaron Fox is wondering. Manoeuvring through, plays it behind the goal. Deflection off a Steelers stick. Finlay had to get to that one. Hurd. And there's the shot. Oh, and just over the top off Greenfield's helmet.
Yeah, he gets a great piece of this. Well worked. Wow, around the back of the net. Kevin Tansey has to collapse a little bit. It's that extra player right here. Useless covering the middle of the ice, and that comes through. And oh no, it isn't.
It's the crossbar
straight off. Wow, that sounded plasticky, not tingy. That's for sure.
Now we do get the Glasgow timeout. If the Steelers are to win the league, tiebreakers might well come into effect. A regulation win for the Steelers is 11 seconds away. Won the face-off. Can they keep it trapped in the corner? They can't. Glasgow have got one chance to throw it in front, and they've seen it off the post! Oh, with 3 seconds to go, that was the moment!
Wow.
The Steelers have survived because Clan hit the post from a foot away.
How does it stay out banging around here? This is just thrown back at the net from nowhere. Have a look what happens. bounces through. What happens? Greenfield up and over. Schwartz out of midair. Off the post, off Greenfield, and out the other end. Wow. Don't think you can get any closer than that, Jonathan.
Goodness me. Rylan Schwartz. Great skill to knock it out of the air.
I was going to say, fantastic effort just to get a piece of that, to get it towards the net and to react at it as well.
And then the recovery from Greenfield. Schwartz stuck with it and tried to throw it back into the crease. Greenfield blocked it.
Everybody will be shaking their head on that last play, both sides.
Oh, Daniel Ciampini is the chant from the crowd for the Steelers' man of the match. His first goal since December the 7th proved to be the game-winning goal. And he's been, I'm guessing, thinking about this one for a while.
Long time, yeah.
Three-point weekend for the Steelers. Shootout loss yesterday. And a very narrow home win here by 4-3. Entertainment right to the very, very end. Front of a crowd of 7,802. Daniel Ciampini will head to centre ice. And it's time for a bit of baseball. Valorant on the mound. We'll call it a line drive to right and be generous.
And that's why they play hockey, right? that was mean, wasn't it? Knocked it out of the park.
Mitchell Balmas as the catcher. I mean, it would have been great if it had sailed out over the fence and into the curtain. Back to winning ways, Aaron.
Yeah, I liked our game for the majority of the night tonight. You know, I thought we were a little bit unfortunate. We go up 3-1 and we give up a shorthanded goal there in a situational awareness where we got to just be a little bit better and a little bit cleaner in. And then we go up 4-2 and same thing, situational awareness, another one that ends up in the back of our net. And then tight hockey game the last 4 minutes, take a penalty. Kill does a great job there to find a way to get the job done. Character win, character effort for us. Obviously, our last game at home wasn't a good one. I thought we showed energy. You know, we're thin, we're banged up right now. Tansey wasn't projected to play tonight, but wanted to give what he could with Simmer going down yesterday. So it was all hands on deck for our group right now. Some guys playing extended minutes. Good to see Champ get that fourth one. It's been a long time coming for him. You know, he's playing well and just not getting rewarded. So it's good to see him find the back of the net too tonight.
Seen that line alongside Tremblay was really going tonight.
Excellent. Just energy and smart hockey, taking advantage of the teams below the goal line, and really played really well. You know, I liked everybody tonight. There wasn't anybody that wasn't at the races. You know, like I said, maybe some mental fatigue decisions that you'd like back, and you know, but effort, character, you know, was really good tonight.
The one downer was the injury to Brian Diffley, who left the game in the second period and wasn't able to return. We couldn't really pick anything up on camera. What do you know?
Yeah, we'll evaluate him. I think it was just low midsection type injury. Hopefully doesn't keep him out too long. But he's like, you know, like I said, you lose Simmer last night, Diffway midway through the game. Tansey's been out a month. Maxey's not available for us as well. So it's, you know, we're a little thin right now, and that's just the way it is this time of year. It's so guys needed to step up and play together, and we've done that.
Let's fast forward right to the very closing stages of the game. There's a face-off in the defensive zone, 11 seconds to go. It's won, it's tied up against the boards, and then suddenly it's off the post. Yeah. How was the heart rate?
Yeah, not a great last 4 minutes for the old ticker tonight, but this time of the year, it's everything. There's so much at stake that, you know, just happy you're going to get a bounce here or there certain nights. You know, I think we hit 3 posts last night and could have won that game, I thought, and didn't. So, you know, it's good that we've got a little bit of luck with the post tonight on the other way.
Coach, fine margins decide hockey games, and we saw that today.
Yeah, same as last night. We never get anyone's worst game. Thing I like about my team is the way they compete. oppositions know that they have to come out and perform every single night. So we never really get an easy one. Obviously, two teams, different parts of the standings. Sheffield going for a title and Manchester trying to stay in it. I thought, I didn't think yesterday I was very good. I thought today made some pretty good adjustments. The group itself, worked really hard. I thought we gave Sheffield some really good problems in the second and third periods. Obviously, situationally we don't get a lot of opportunities on the power play. As stats would suggest, same thing where we kill a lot of penalties, which I never have a problem with because our team plays so hard. But we have to take advantage of those moments and those opportunities when we get them. And I thought Mr. Greenfield was fantastic again. Our goaltender was great. It's a good hockey game. I mean, two good teams, but all credit to Sheffield. I wouldn't say it was deserved either way, but for a team that's going for it, they found a way to win, and good for them.
The goal that proved to ultimately be the game-winning goal was followed by a coach's challenge. Can you tell us what you saw on that play that suggested that you wanted to send it for review?
Yeah, I mean, it was situationally. I mean, he was going into the goaltender. He lost his footing, and as he was falling, I thought his leg got caught on our goaltender's leg, which pulled our goaltender's toe out, opening his 5-hole. Which in my assessment would be goaltender interference, but I'm not a referee. I'm not an official. I don't really know. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on it. But it was a calculated call on my part. I think I'd make the same choice again.
When you won here back in December and we spoke at this time, you said that your players were starting to get used to your systems, which can sometimes be a little complicated,
yep.
And that you feel that they were starting to buy into what you wanted. 3 months on from that, are you seeing what you want from your team as we pull towards the playoffs?
Well, I think you see it. I mean, we're playing great hockey. Before this weekend, we had 9 wins out of 11, and those 2 losses were in overtime. We're playing good, connected hockey, physical hockey, and I think that'll continue as long as we don't get penalized for playing the way we do, being aggressive, and the referees. I think it's just this bias that's my problem. They don't like us because of how we play. Therefore, we don't get power plays. And we find we get those little chintzy little stick penalties all the time, and no one else gets them. It's clear we're, I think, 10th in power plays and getting power plays, and first in getting penalties. It's a crazy stat, but that's just the way it is, and it's above my pay grade to figure out why it's happening.